What's going on, guys? What's up, Team JD Fitness? So in this video, I'm going to take you guys through what I do on my day-to-day when I'm in the kitchen and how I go about prepping my food for the day. A lot of people ask how I prep my food, what do I put in it, okay? And the idea of this video is to basically give you guys an insight as to what I do on my day-to-day to keep on track, and basically just some tips here and there on how you could keep on track on things that you might be doing, or things you should be doing, sorry, or things that you already might be doing, and how you can tweak that round and keep more on track of your day-to-day. A lot of people kind of ask me, do I eat out a lot? You know, do I prep every day? So the answer to that is, yeah, I like to prep every day. It's quite easy, quite basic. You know, it just saves me time, saves me money. Purely on a weekly basis, I have my go-to foods, which some of you will know what it is, and it's typically super bro. Like, when I mean bro, I mean it's super bro foods. It's literally chicken and rice. Now, I know I put a lot of posts regards like, you know, chicken and rice is not the way about to go. It's not the only way to go about it and whatever. But by that I mean because people seem to think that chicken and rice has some sort of God-given anabolism effect that's gonna get you ultra shredded like Ronnie Coleman or whatever, you know. But that's not the case, okay? Chicken and rice is just, for me, it's just easy, okay? But that doesn't mean that you should be just eating chicken and rice every single day. So the reason why I say that is, during a week where I'm really busy with clients and I'm quite stuck up with work, you know, it's my go-to because it's easy to make. It's so quick. I mean, it's literally quick. I just chuck the rice in, which you guys can see in a minute how I go about doing it, and I'll get my chicken in there and whatnot. And then typically it gets like to the end of the week when I have more time that I'd actually put proper effort into making a different dish. And or if I'm working from home a lot and I have a little bit of extra time in my hands, then obviously I'll fade away from the chicken and rice situation, and I'll mix it up and actually make a proper dish. Or if I've got family or friends coming over, you know, I'll take the time to actually cook. And believe me, when people come around to cook, their food gets weighed out. Even if they don't know about it, their food's gonna get weighed out, because I'm a junkie for keeping on track. I love keeping on track. I think it's a great way to be accountable, you know. I know some people can't do it, and obviously this is where different tips and advice comes in, you know, about keeping to don't stick to high calorie dense foods like chocolate bars or anything like that. And be wise within the food choices you're making, you know. So you guys will see my snaps. I have a lot of variety sometimes. If I have a day where I haven't had a chance to cook my meals, which is rare, but if I do, then you guys will see through my snaps, you know, I kind of will eat out or bite out, but I'm very wise worth of what choices I'm gonna make. But for me, I've been doing this for years, so it's quite easy for me to know what I need in my day. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to be fairly low in my calories by the end of the day, which gives me a big opportunity to have quite a big meal at night, which I like doing anyway. So anyway, guys, I'm going to take you on this video, what I do for my day-to-day prep. I hope you enjoy. Starting off today, we got some mushrooms. Simple, 68p mushrooms. Don't have to be nothing fancy. We've got some defrosted chicken. Okay, I have no idea how much is in there, so I am going to weigh it out on here. We're going to go for about 500 grams of chicken for today. That'll do me for about 4 meals, 3 or 4 meals. Okay, and then we're going to go into here, and we got some rice. Now, everyone be on about brown rice, and you can't have white rice. Read that. White rice. Okay, there's nothing wrong with white rice whatsoever. So we're going to get that in, and then I'm going to get you guys through some seasoning. So we've just started off. I've got chopped up some mushrooms. I've put a little bit of this, some olive oil, and yes, that is accounted for. I think a lot of times that people go wrong. Let me turn this music off. Got that good old Snoop Dogg in the background. So a lot of people go wrong when they use some oils, and when I say wrong is they'll be confused as to why they're not seeing results, okay? And most people are like, well, this is going to give some flavor. Let's go all out on it. What you guys don't realize, you guys need to realize, is this is a fat. Nothing wrong with it. Fats are good for you, okay? You need them within moderation, like carbs, like protein, like anything in life, okay? So what people go wrong with this is that they typically don't track it down. So I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not, but if you guys see the macronutrient breakdown of that, so per 100 milliliters, okay, you have 92 grams of fat. Now, I've just put in there 7. It's supposed to be 5, it come out at 7, but that's fine. So I'll put 7 milliliters in there. Okay, so that's going to be on average about 4 and a bit, 5 G's of fat. So what you guys need to take into consideration is, okay, that's like distributed through all my meals throughout the day, okay? Now, if you're doing one big meal between you and your partner or just for you, and you're going to go all out and put a ton of oil in, and you're like, I've tracked my chicken, I've weighed out my rice, I've weighed out the mushrooms. There's 100 grams of mushrooms in there, by the way, in case anyone's wondering. But you're going to go out and put a load of oil in there. This is where you're going to go wrong, is that you're actually increasing your fat intake for the day, so therefore your calories are going to go up. Okay, so now, without realizing, let's say your calorie intake, I don't know, I always use the example of 2,000 calories a day, okay? Nothing amazing about it, just it's easy to calculate. So let's say you've got 2,000 calories a day, and you've added in those fats. Now your calories are going to go up to 2,100, 2,200, depends how much you use throughout the day. So now, without realizing, you're now on a, on 100, 200, 300 or whatever calorie surplus, and that's going to man up to the end of the week, and you're like, well, why am I not seeing results? So always take into consideration, track that down. Now you guys are going to question this one as well. Why don't you use this? I do have it. I have everything in my kitchen. Okay. Now, 1 calorie spray. Guys, let's face it. How many of you actually use one spray? One spray is 1 calorie, right? Or is it 2 sprays? Anyway, per spray. There we go. It's 1 calorie per spray. Let's face it. None of us just go, no, it just doesn't happen. I know I go in on it. I'm like all over the pan, boom, 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 boom. So there's no way you're just going to get 1 calorie out of that. That will add up, okay? Let's say you put 10 sprays down, that's 10 calories. Let's say you use that for 1 meal. Now let's say you're going to cook later on in the evening, that's another 10 sprays, that's 20 calories. Another 10 sprays, that's 30 calories. And if you're going to mount that up by the end of the week, you're going to go up by like another 100 calories. And you're going to be on a 100 calorie surplus by the end of your week. You think it was only 100 calories, does it really matter? Well, yeah, because technically you're no longer on a deficit, okay? So these are the small things you guys have to take into consideration sometimes. If you're watching this and you're wondering, why am I not seeing results? By when I'm tracking my food and, according to my fitness pal, I'm hitting my macros, take into account, are you actually accounting for these things? So, next to that, we're going to go through my seasonings for today. Now, I would take you through my seasonings cupboard. I would. It's a bit of a mess, and I'm a big seasonings guy. Now, I'll typically have like different things like paprika, nutmeg, cumin, stuff like that. And this is for the weekends. Like I said, when I have more time, I will actually dedicate time to go out and mix things differently. Like add different ingredients and make whatever. However, throughout the week, I do like to mix things up in the week, but I like to have like ready-made stuff. Once again, you don't have to buy, is it Schwartz or Schwartz? I don't even know. That's probably the hair product, right? I don't know. Don't cut me on this, but I just go for the Asda or Tesco, whatever it is you shop. It's the same thing, guys, okay? Doesn't matter, it's cheaper. So today, I bought this. I'm going to try it because I'm Portuguese, and believe it or not, I've never actually bought this peri-peri thing that they have. So I'm going to try it out. But this is another thing you guys have to take into consideration. When you buy mixed things like this, okay, then once again, it's calories. So let's look at the value of this. Per 100 grams, there is 276 calories, of which 4 and a bit is fat, 50 grams of carbs, of which sugars is 31. That's actually really high. I'm really surprised by it. But I wanted to try it, so I bought it. And protein sits at 5.3. Now, I doubt you're going to use 100 grams all in one go. But you guys get the idea that it's going to add up, okay? So if you look for the ingredients list, what's the first thing added in there? Sugar. You got salt, dried garlic, and it just goes on obviously to different... I could actually do all of this by myself without the sugar. I got lazy. I should have thought about that one first. But anyway, so you guys have just caught me out on that. But just to take into account, I'm not saying things should get super complicated, but when it comes to little tiny things, whether you're prepping for a show, whether you've approached a kind of, a point where you've kind of plateaued and you're thinking, right, well, I've been on, you've been on a calorie deficit, but now you're doing these little things like adding the spray calories instead of the olive oil, or and by the way, I use olive oil when I prep, like when I make my eggs. I freaking hate the spray thing 9 times out of 10. Or you use something like pre-made seasonings. Half the time they're gonna have some sort of sugar in there or some sort of carbohydrate. So start taking things like that into account. And if it's a matter of, I'm not saying go all out and track like this, because you're probably just going to put a tiny bit, but just be more accountable of it, be aware, and if something's not working and if you're not seeing the results, then maybe just keep an eye on certain seasonings you're using, your calorie spray, your olive oil, and even things like mushrooms. I like to weigh things out. It's pretty damn quick, doesn't take no time. So I hope this helps you guys a little bit. So let's get down to some cooking. Got the chicken cooking up, gonna go into the rice. Now, there's one thing about my rice, I'm fussy. I love rice, hence why I have it so much. I have loved rice since I was a kid. You ask my mum, my family, rice is my thing. I love rice. So here's the thing, because I hate boring rice, whether I'm prepping or not, my rice has to taste good, right? I have to be able to eat plain rice, like without the chicken and its seasonings, and be able to go, damn, the rice tastes good. It's gonna make my food better. So what we've done, I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't think you can really see it. But I've put 5 grams of or 5 milliliters of olive oil in there. A dash of salt. This is like the basic thing. Salt, a little bit of olive oil. Okay. Sometimes I like to put a little bit of garlic in there, a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of onions. That's a story for a different day. I do things a little bit different. But yeah. So what I do, put a dash of that olive oil. Obviously 5 milliliters, as I said. And what I do, I kind of just like wave it around, just mix it. Okay, and you can't actually see it, but it's basically like the oil is now distributed for all the grains of rice, and I'm going to let that cook on low heat with a lid on top. And basically, it just means that the rice will come out a lot better, not like super sticky and boring and ugh, you know, like most people kind of have it. It comes out quite tasty, just kind of when you eat it. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm no chef. I'm no good at describing how it's supposed to, but just it's nice. Try it. Weigh out your rice. Weigh out your olive oil, a dash of salt, or however much salt you like to have on your food. Obviously don't go crazy. And then just mix it up around. Okay, you can get a spoon. I just, you know, look at the flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist. Look at the flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist. Okay? So, that's what we're going to do. That's how you don't do boring rice. Alright guys, so all the meals are done. I divided them out into 3 meals, okay? Which is, I've worked everything out. So basically this is how they come out. I hope you can kind of see that divided. So when people ask if I get food made for me, I really don't. I prep my food here and I just make it look a little bit presentable. So then it makes people think that I get food prepped for me. So that is that to go for the day for today. And then yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. I hope it's given you some insight into things that you could be doing or things you could maybe change around. And yeah, this is my day to day on what I do when I'm really, really busy. And I just cook my chicken rice because it's simple, it's easy. However, it doesn't have to be chicken rice. It can be potato, normal potato, sweet potato. It can be brown rice if you like brown rice. It can be pasta, whatever it is. Okay, and if you eat out, then I will do a different video for you guys and how to stay on track and being accountable if you're eating out. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Subscribe for more. Got some awesome content coming for you guys. And on that note, peace.